Verdansk is back, and you want to unlock the Warzone Mastery Camo Abyss. No more grinding, having to suffer on Uzbekistan. Wait, that's not what it's called. Uzbekistan. This map sucks. Uzbekistan. There we go. I would have gone crazy if I had to complete one more camo grind on that very good map. Wait a minute.
Who changed the script? I better be getting paid to say that.
I mean, seriously, imagine how boring it would be if every new game had the same map and we played it over and over again just to camo grind. Verdansk isn't just a return to glory for Warzone. It's finally a change of scenery and brings back the best possible spot to grind the Abyss Camo, Storage Town. Eliminations, the most tedious part of the entire grind. Kills and assists, 100 of them on every weapon. Thankfully for us, we have Storage Town. Most of you will remember how popular this area was in Plunder. The majority of the lobby lands here, which makes it the best place to get your camo challenges done fast. On Urzikstan, you'd probably get 20 to 30 eliminations a game if you were lucky. Everyone at the beginning of the match landed Old Town, which was great since more people meant more opportunity. But for whatever reason, the lobby eventually split up and Old Town became Ghost Town. Storage Town does not have that issue. It stays heavily populated throughout the match. Sometimes players will bounce back and forth between Storage Town and Superstore, but since they're so close together, you won't have to worry about going on a scavenger hunt to find your next enemy. I'm getting around 50 to 70 eliminations a match, which is making camo progression go by at rates I never thought possible. For you and everyone else on the grind, the Abyss Camo for all intensive purposes has been switched to easy mode. I have a secret for you, and you have to promise not to share it with anyone else because then it just wouldn't be a secret. There is this new mode called Battle Royale Casual. It's regular Battle Royale, but with a twist of having some real players, but the majority of the enemies in the game being bots. And camo challenges track here. The bots are, well, bots, and when you see them, which is quite often, they are free kills, which means you can take advantage of them for any camo challenge that you want in the game. But pump the brakes just a second. That doesn't mean you should hop into casual and expect to get your camos unlocked lickety-split. Remember, Plunder was 50 to 70 eliminations a match, while casual is only 20 to 30. And they both take the same amount of time to complete. So if you really want to unlock camos as fast as possible, most of the grind is going to be done in Plunder. Then, when you get to those annoying camo challenges that tend to be a little bit more difficult, that's when you go to casual. So for this Abyss grind, you will be playing a hybrid system between these two modes. Let's use the Kilo 141 as an example. In my first two matches of Plunder, I got over 130 eliminations, which means I have the Blue Tiger Camo unlocked in just 2 matches, which takes around 40 minutes. In that second match, Superstore was filled with players. Once I unlocked the Blue Tiger Camo, I quickly finished my special camo of killing enemies while I was under an enemy's UAV. Since this new update does not have the announcer telling you that an enemy has a UAV, you'll have to pay attention to your minimap. If it has a red outline, well then an enemy has a UAV, and any kill you get while that outline is there, that's going to count as progression. I also needed to get kills shortly after sliding. While I thought I was getting lots of progression because I just forced myself to slide before every kill, I actually didn't get a single progression in that match. The camo challenge wasn't bugged, I just wasn't doing it properly. I was not getting the low blow medals that were required to get progression for kills while or shortly after sliding. I went back into Plunder and started to struggle a little bit just because I was so focused on sliding before every kill that I caught 1 progression in my next game. This is a perfect time when you want to go to the casual mode. All you have to do is either buy or wait for your loadout or get lucky enough to loot the weapon you want to get camo progression on. Once you have that weapon, you can just go take advantage of the bots. For me, that was killing these bots shortly after sliding, and wouldn't you know it, it was extremely easy. For the majority of those special camos, they're easiest to complete in Plunder. And you don't need me to painstakingly explain these challenges because of how easy they are. Plus, I've already done that in my Complete Abyss Camo guide. Before we get ahead of ourselves and go to the Completionist camos, there are a few weapons and weapon categories that you are absolutely going to want to take into the casual mode to get eliminations and those special camos done, and that is the launchers, melees, the specials like the disc shooter, or any weapon that you are struggling with in Plunder. Let's get to it now. Unlocking the gold camo, you need to get kills while you are the most wanted. This was actually quite easy on Urzikstan. You could even get 5 kills in one contract if a few enemies landed with you. In Verdansk Plunder, contracts are more spread out, so if you grab a most wanted far away from storage and superstore, you'll be lucky to get 1 or 2 kills per contract. I think Completionist camos are the one and only category that everyone should be doing in Battle Royale Casual. Once you have your weapons, grab a most wanted contract and go kill as many bots as you can find. And unless you have a UAV, vehicle, or are at the bot convention, it's unlikely that you'll get all 5 kills in just one contract. The good thing is, so many of them spawn around the map, it's easy just to go grab another one. King's Ransom is unlocked by killing 3 enemies in a single life 5 times. When you are fighting mainly bots, I would hope this isn't something that's too difficult to complete, or else you and I are going to have a little talk. The last difficult challenge that there is before you actually unlock the Abyss camo is the challenge to unlock Catalyst. Killing enemies that are affected by your tactical is a pain. Usually the best way, you would think, is to hold down an area with shock sticks, wait for enemies to set them off. It is one way to guarantee each kill will count, because there really is no point to run around like a maniac throwing stuns and flashes. From habit, I use shock sticks. In casual, it really doesn't matter what you carry with you. The bots are so incompetent, you can run right up to them, use your tactical, and the second it goes off, just finish that kill. Finally, the camo challenge to unlock the Abyss camo itself is killing 5 enemies in a single life just a couple of times. Listen up, because I'm going to be the broken record that you need to hear. 5 kills in a single life in Plunder is easy for goated players. For the rest of us, if we can't get 5 kills in a row on bots even my pet fish could kill, just put the fries in the bag. The Abyss camo grind really has had a generational comeback alongside Warzone. It's now just as easy as Nebula to unlock, and I would estimate it takes less time, and the casual mode itself is kind of fun. And no, I didn't forget about the launchers. If you do choose to suffer through the only launcher-specific challenges, destroying enemy-occupied vehicles, equipment, and field upgrades, even that got easier in this update. With no more redeploy balloons, fast travel, and the movement buff to vehicles, everyone in Plunder is driving around the map. Sometimes there's so many vehicles, it feels like you're playing in traffic, and with the amount of counter UAVs I see in Plunder, it's like each chest an enemy opens contains a counter UAV, and they just activate it right away. That concludes the Abyss camo grind on Verdansk. It really has become that easy to unlock. Watch out, my nuts are in your mouth. Oh no, it's happening again.